If you're interested in getting your replays analyzed, please read my pinned comment below. Thank you and enjoy the video. Whenever it's a corner kickoff, you need to speed flip as soon as possible or right before the pad. The problem here is that you speed flip a bit too late, so you can't get over the ball and instead you get underneath it, which pops the ball up. Example. Here we speed flip pretty much immediately, and this allows us to land quicker, giving us more time to flip into the ball properly. At Diamond, I firmly believe the key to getting out of Diamond is to boom hard and far. In this example, it was strange for your mate to take this ball off you, but despite that, it looks like both of you have the same intentions, which is to keep control and possession. But if you look closely, you'll see that both players are grounded. None of them are covering backboard. So what's the play? If one of you just hits this ball decently hard to the backboard, it's going to be super awkward for the Diamond players to deal with, but really simple for the attacker to read it. Make sure to point your nose to the 50. I think you could have closed the space down earlier, but this is okay shadowing for now. There's no real reason to hit this ball away. I understand you're backwards, but let me show you something really basic that you could have done to keep possession. Example. Here, we just simply jump and turn our car around. That's pretty much it. It helps us keep control of the ball and the car without hitting it back. I like how you're trying to stay in the play and tracking your mate in the air, but try to do this as you're grabbing pads around you. I don't want to comment too much on mechanics, but you already know you just needed to control that ball with a soft touch. I understand you're on low boost, but this is something you must practice and it's not too difficult a mechanic to learn too. Example. Try to track the ball and take a soft touch with the side of the car. This should almost always be your go-to mechanic in positions like this. One of the worst thought processes you can have in Rocket League is the thought that having no boost means you're unable to do anything or help out. Yes, majority of the time you won't be able to do much, but in this instance, you could have grabbed the pad and stayed in the play, and potentially apply pressure on the ball to keep it away from your side of the field. Here, it's clear that you're trying to scurry away for boost by turning away so much. Remember, only go for boost if it doesn't take you out of the play. Example. We stay in the play and we are able to get a 50, which pushes us towards the mid boost. We manage to influence the play even with no boost. Good speed to keep up with the play and staying near mate. Good defense here. I like the way you didn't rush back and kept track of the play in the air. Good challenge despite low boost. You shouldn't have taken that mid boost. You needed to leave it alone for your mate to take it. It's important to be aware of your mate, ensuring that you're helping them get boost. This isn't that bad of a decision for Diamond, but you don't have to go for the ball head on. You'll see that the opponent is far away from the ball, so you have enough time to approach the ball from a wide swing, and you'll be able to boom it back to their side. Example. So we track the ball, but also tracking the opponent, and we can see that the opponent is far away, so we can afford to take a wide swing. And as you can see from this screenshot, we have a better angle to hit this ball. You shouldn't be turning away here. The moment you are driving down the wall, you should keep full boost and challenge the ball immediately. Don't let the opponent have time on the ball to make a play. If you just drive at supersonic, you'd be able to double demo both of these opponents and it's a free goal. The issue at Diamond and even Champ is that they play the ball only and they don't play the cars, i.e. bumps and demos. Normally, I would say to leave the ball alone in the corner and not try anything too mechanical. But I do like that you're trying to practice some mechanical play. Here, the moment you hit the ball back towards mate, just drop down quickly and leave the ball alone for your mate to deal with. If you notice he's awkward as you land, just turn and help him out. Don't turn towards the ball and then back away. Here, you'll notice that mate was backwards. You just had to full commit to the challenge, and if it gets past you, mate will handle the ball. Sometimes being fast in terms of making a decision actually helps your mate because they can adjust according to what you're doing a lot quicker. If you cheated on kickoff, you score this goal. This is why I always say to cheat on kickoff. It has more pros than cons. Example. So here we cheat up and eventually we manage to get the goal. Try not to reverse like this. In Rocket League, you want to preserve your momentum as much as possible. Here's an example of what you could have done instead. Instead of reversing, we keep our momentum by turning around and we can track the aerial a lot easier. This is understandable. You didn't exactly have 100 boosts, so you wanted to take your time to make sure you had good control over the ball. But yeah, ideally you need to speed up here even with low boost. Again, I don't want to comment too much on mechanics, but it's clear that aerial car control needs more work. See Keppert's videos for that. Good positioning. I like how you stay close to mate here. Good demo. Good challenge, but need to work on car recovery. Consider using the BackXMod recovery plugins to help with that. You don't need to go for this ball. Why? Because it's simply not threatening. It's pretty much impossible for him to score this. Also, you can see both opponents are high up. The moment you notice this, just cancel your aerial and land on the ground. And there's a good chance they will hit the ball on the wall and it will bounce back to you for an open net. Example. Here, we don't need to go up since they can't score this. I wait underneath for them to hit the ball and then I pick it up and score an open net. I like how you try to play the demo here instead of getting boost. When on no boost here, it's very risky to try and play a pass, especially with two opponents back. It's simply because that if you pass, you'll likely flip, and if your mate doesn't score, it's likely going to be a goal for the opponent since you'll be landing with no boost. The best play is to take a touch like you did, but just drive along the backboard in case you can bump someone off the backboard, and then jump down and grab some boost or pads. Good challenge. Will you score this? Even for a GC player or higher, it's almost impossible to score this. Yes, your intentions might not be to score this, but to hit it off the wall and maybe it falls back to mate to score. Yes, that could be possible. But what's a more effective way to achieve the same goal? Well, the answer is that the moment you boom the ball, just ignore the ball and drive at the last man and demo him. If you do that, your mate can track the ball and prepare to read the bounce, and he will have an open net too. Example. So here we ignore the ball and aim to demo the guy in net. If you looked at the top right corner, you would have seen that your mate won the challenge. The moment you noticed this, you needed to turn around, grab pads, and stay in the play because it's effectively a 2v1. But if you go for corner boost and your mate gets challenged and loses the ball, all of a sudden you'll be in a 2v1. Maybe in Diamond, it's not so punishing to be in a 2v1, but as you climb the ranks, you'll be punished. It might be a bit difficult at Diamond, but try to read the bounce instead of waiting for it to bounce and then reacting. I understand it's a bit scary in case you whiff the ball, but it'll improve you on the long run. Never do this. Just grab pads and follow mate. Bad decision, but I somewhat like confidence in the attempt here. Good challenge. This is good so far. Played it pretty well considering you're on no boost. Don't turn off ball cam here. You still need info on what's happening. All right, so final considerations. Number one is you need to improve your first touch mechanic, being able to take the ball down off a boom or a high kind of aerial. That is going to be significant in improving your rank. Stay in the play as much as possible. There were times where you kept on rotating out of the play to try and get boost, not grabbing enough pads. And third and finally is going to be improve your awareness of when to challenge. There were moments where you had really good demo opportunities and also opportunities where you should have challenged, but you did not.